Hello, hello. Hi, hi, hi. Hello, hello. Up. Hello, Nan. Here are you. Hello, hello. I hope everyone had a nice Monday. I hope everyone had a nice Tuesday. Because of when I went to sleep, it kind of felt like just one day, to be perfectly honest. God. Because yesterday I took the executive order to spend most of my day to just play FF14, because I was like, it's my rest day, I can do whatever I want. And I did do whatever I want, and that was mostly play FF14. I've now finished the first part of Realm Reborn, and God, that was the end part is so fucking long. Like, it's fucking hell. Like, you have, I think, the thing is, it's hard to count because some fights are in multiple parts, but like multiple separated parts. So I'm like, do I count it as one fight, or do I count it as like multiple fights, or like one fight with phases? Because you have to relog in to a new fight. So in my head, it's like it's another one, but technically it's the same enemy. Because you get one against the Gullipop that has guns. Then you have, and then you have also the in-between phases where you're just like running around and killing the enemies, but like it's not like a big fight per se. So you have that one with the Gullipop. You have Nero, which was probably my favorite fight of that whole phase. Which is great because it's the one that's very early on, and then you have 3 more, so it's great. I was like, oh, Nero's one is fun, and then end. You have the first one with Gaius. Then you have the robot, the Ultima robot. You have the Ultima robot the second time. Then you have Thancred. Then you have Thancred a second time. To be fair, the second phase of Thancred is really short, so I wouldn't count it as like an extra fight, but you have like 6 boss fights back to back that are all quite long, because they all have fucking like huge ass HP bars. I was like, oh, I'll just like do that for, like, I'll finish it, it'll be fine. And then I was doing fights for like pretty much 2 hours, I think. I was in there for probably like 2 hours, 2 hours and a half. Then once you're done with your 6 fights from hell, which, like I said, my favorite one was Nero, so afterwards I was like, I mean, the second Thancred, the end of the Thancred fight I did like. I thought it was nice, it's like a cute little sentimental moment, it's sweet. The music comes in and stuff, it's really nice. Then you have one epilogue scene that's quite long. A second epilogue scene that's also quite long. Then you have 3 credits that you can skip, but I had to skip the credits 3 times because there's 3 separate credit parts. And then you have another after credit scene. I kept being like, already with the bosses, I kept being like, okay, this has to be the last one. And then like I'm fine, and then the rest will be like after, and then there was like so much afterwards. I was so tired of it. I just wanted a break. I just needed a break to do something else. Like, that whole thing was fine. I just need like at some point for them to break it so that I could do something else and then come back to it. God. So now I'm on, I just started part 2. I haven't done anything yet. Ugh. But I also finished my warrior path, like until the end of Realm Reborn. I think that's what they said in the thing. Until the end of Realm Reborn, I'm done with the warrior path. I've maxed out that, so that's really nice that I've maxed out my job. I do like that, because I'm waiting to be level 60 to be Gunbreaker, and right now I'm 51, I think. So that's good, because then I can just like slide into Gunbreaker and don't have to rethink about Warrior anymore, and that's fine. Oh, and I can always go back to warrior if I feel like I want to, because it is kind of fun to have a big axe to swing around, not gonna lie. Because I don't know how much Gunbreaker is going to be like distance. I do enjoy having distance stuff in games. Like I always love bows and arrows and like guns and stuff. So I like ranged weapons. And they're like not just guns, they're guns, but they're like guns with like close melee weapons that mixes. So it's like it's a gun, but it's also you're going to go into the enemy's face and just hit them very hard. So you know it's fine. It's a mix of both, I think, which is good. I do wanna try that. I do enjoy that. Oh, sorry. But yeah, that'll be good to have that. But yeah, I did that. Played for like most of the day. Finished around 2 a.m. Then I just kind of like decompressed for a while. I just kind of was like just kind of floating in space, energy for a few hours, put some VODs up, like stuff like that, or just kind of waiting because I need to just like watch my screen but like not interact. You know, I need to just chill for a little bit. Ugh. And then at like around 5 a.m. I had the amazing idea to start a show. And I didn't realize how long because it's only 6 episodes, so I just started watching and stuff, and I was like, I didn't realize how late it was until at some point I checked the time. It was like 8 a.m. and I was like, oh fuck. And so I watched the whole thing in one go because I was like, well, I just have 2 episodes left, so might as well finish it here. I always do this. I mean, I haven't done it in a very long time, but I always do this thing where I'm like, I know. And I had 8 a.m. and I had 2 episodes left, so I went to sleep at 11. Or like 10:30. I went to sleep at 10:30. Which is not good. But I realized how late it was when it was 8. Because I looked, I was like, oh, I wonder what time it is. Because it doesn't feel like it's been that long. And I look and I'm like, oh, fuck. Because like since sun comes up later, it was still really dark out. So I was like, I thought my computer didn't have my Mac didn't have the right time. I was like, what? What do you mean it's 8? But yeah. So I do this thing. I've done it a lot, especially when I was a teenager. I do it less now, especially because I have less shows I kind of want to watch. Or like I'm more conscious of that thing, so I do it less. But I tend to do that, especially with shows that I'm like are very light, if that makes sense. Like when I watch Love is Blind, or when I watch, well, this was Heated Rivalry, so gay stuff. Like stuff that I'm like, oh, this is a romance, this is a comedy, this is something that's a bit lighthearted. I tend to do that where I'm like, oh, I'll just watch like a few eps and then I'll go to sleep. Except I binge watch stuff, so I just watch the entire thing in one go. And I know I do this, I don't know why I continue to be like, oh, I'll watch it I start watching it at 5 a.m. To be fair, I haven't done it in a really long time for this exact reason. Because every time I'm like, I kind of want to watch like a show or something, I'm like, it is too late. You shouldn't do that, you're going to just watch the entire thing. But I don't know, I got the urge last night and I just watched the entire thing. Which isn't great, but you know. And I was like, it's 8 a.m, I am not at all tired. Because it was a really weird thing, because it was 5 a.m, I was at my computer, and I was like, on one hand, it is 5 a.m. and I should go to sleep, and on the other hand, I feel like I could just do whatever right now. I feel like I could just work for like a few more hours. So I forced myself to like close the computer, go to bed, took my MacBook, started the show, and then it was end. and then it was 10:30. So I had good intentions, but a really bad execution. But that happens, it's fine, it's okay. The show was good, the show was okay. It was less straight woman focused than I thought it would be. It was less gay men for straight women than I thought it would be. It's still very much that. It was less than I thought it would be, and I did really enjoy it. I thought it was quite a good show. It's quite cliche though. If you like romantic stuff and romantic plots and stuff, I do like. If you don't mind shit being cheesy as fuck and a bit cliche all over the place, like that's fine. Like I know I can overview that a lot if I think the main couple is cute together, which I thought they had like insane fucking chemistry. So I was like, I'm fine. You can be like as cliche as you want. I'm fine. I have a few issues with the show, but overall I did enjoy it a lot, so it's fine. It is as horny as people say though. They like constantly fuck. Which like at some point I kind of was like, it's a cliche, but I have heard like gay men be like, oh yeah. So I don't know how, like, I don't think I'm the right person to judge that, so yeah. But overall, like, it was less than I thought it would be in a way, because a lot of the sex scenes were quite just romantic and like sweet, more than just being horny. There were some that were just horny, but there were quite a few that were just mostly sensual and mostly like on the characters. And also they did something that I was like, oh, that's good that they're doing that. It's like a lot of the time they like re-ask for consent through the thing. And I was like, okay, that's actually a good thing to show on TV, especially for like a gay show where it's been so normalized in so many gay shows to push yourself onto someone, let's say. So it's quite good. I'm quite happy that like they did it like that. I had a few issues. My main one being that like they don't really treat women characters as women, they treat them as plot devices. So like, you're going to advance the plot. That's all you're here for. You don't have a single other purpose. And that's such a shame, because like there were quite a few that I liked, like female side characters, where I was like, that's quite a good character. I like her a lot, like she's fun. And then you never see her again because her thing for the plot has been used. Like there's a girl that's basically just here to make the other main guy jealous, and so the second that's done, she like fucking disappears and gets mentioned once, even though she's supposed to at that point have become like best friend with the other guy. So it's like, okay, well, you know, they live in the same city, they're best friends, but I guess that makes sense. They never see each other anymore. Like. So that was a bit annoying, but yeah. But I thought that it had quite a few good points on coming out specifically, or it showed like quite a few different coming out stories and reasons to come out or not to come out from people in different stages of their lives, and like a lot of different situations for a lot of different people. And I thought that was quite good. Like I think they handled that quite well, so I was quite happy with that, because I'm so used to the cliche, like, to a lot of cliche tropes with that, so I was like, I did a few of them, so that was good. Even though there was one really big cliche one that they did, and I'm quite pissed about that, because I was like, the entire episode when it happened, I was like, they're so going to put this in, they're so going to put that trope in, and they did, and I was so annoyed. Because I don't think it's a good trope, I don't think it's a useful trope, I don't think it's a trope that should continue to be done. It is a spoiler, so I won't say what it is, but it's a specific coming out trope where I'm like, you don't have to. You could have just made them come out, you know, normally. That's fine. You didn't have to do it like this. But yeah, especially when they had another coming out scene that was very much like on that person's own terms and stuff, and that was really well like handled. And also they managed to do a good mix where like, on one hand, I'm sure people do criticize the fact that it doesn't really handle homophobia that much. It talks about homophobia, but there's not really any shown, except from like a few insults between players. But it's not like insults towards someone because they're gay. It's like just you use a homophobic slur as an insult. So there's not really anything. But I'm sure people would criticize that, being like, oh, it's annoying. Like, you talk about homophobia, but you don't show any of it. So it feels very empty when a character is, like, scared of coming out. Except I don't think it's needed. I'm kind of happy it wasn't in it, because getting kind of, I mean, it's necessary, but I'm getting quite tired of shows that overput the like homophobia aspect in a show and like over like mix it in and like are very much like we will have our main character get like harassed and assaulted and all these things because he's gay. And I'm like, yeah, that does happen, and yes, it's important to have visions on that, but right now we also need stuff that's lighter and stuff that's more wholesome for queer audiences because we already get so much of that IRL. So it does kind of nice to have something where it's like, it's mentioned, we talk about it, but we're not going to show like characters getting assaulted or whatever. That was quite nice. And overall, everyone is kind of like positive. And I knew going in it was going to be like that, so I was kind of reassured because I didn't want... Yeah, I didn't want anything too heavy. Even though it talks about a few heavy topics, but yeah. It's also a bit cliche in a lot of ways. One of the two main love interests is Russian. Think about every single cliche you have about Russia and like... Not all of them, but a few of them. And think about like a few of them, especially in the context of the character being bisexual, and you're like, okay. This is going to be that character's like backstory, basically. And I was like, you could have like used one or two of those tropes. You didn't have to use all of them. I'm aware that like the show, I think the show was directed by a gay guy, or created by a gay guy, I don't know. But the original book was written by a woman. So they did change stuff from the book. I saw a few of the things they changed, which some of them I agree, some of them I'm like, I understand why. Most of, like, one of the changes was some of the characters are now older. Like, there's two couples that you kind of follow, and the second couple, they made both of them quite a bit older than they're supposed to be in the books. And I'm like, it's kind of nice, because then you have, like, a different perspective on that kind of story, but some parts not also being changed to fit that kind of makes it weird. On one end, it's like, you could still do that at that age, but on the other end, it's kind of like... You'd think it would have been a bit different. Also, I would have addressed it, because at that point it would have been like an addressable subject. But it's fine. And I did enjoy that storyline. One thing that did annoy me about that storyline specifically though is like all the mains, so we have two couples, so like our main couple and then there's a side couple that we see quite a bit. And like the side couple, so all the two mains are hockey players, so they're jacked as fuck. Like they're very muscular, makes sense, they're professional hockey players, I get that. The second couple, one is also a hockey player, so I'm like, okay, you're going to be jacked as well, that's fully fine, I get it, whatever. The other guy is a barista. And there is a whole culture around wellness and fitness and stuff like that in gay communities. I am aware of that. It's not uncommon to have a gay barista that's jacked as fuck. Like, don't get me wrong. But it was like your one option to have a character that doesn't have like a body, like I fully muscular body type. And I think it's such a shame that they didn't take it. Like, even without making the character fat, because I know that whatever. They could have made a bear. That would have been great, but they wouldn't have, you know. You could have made him just not a pile of muscles, and that would have been nice. Like, just like a more... Normal is not the right word, because there's no normal body type, but, you know, like a less... I go to the gym 24/7 body type would be good. Would have been nice, I think. In terms of diversity and stuff. Because that whole thing felt very for... I mean... I was going to say for straight women's eyes, and in a way it is, because they don't fucking put their shirts on ever. They're shirtless so much in this show. But on the other hand, I'm sure there's a lot of gay guys that love that, so... I don't know. I feel like they did the balance quite well with that, audience-wise. But yeah. Also they're all so rich. I don't know how much does a hockey player make? Professional hockey player. Professional hockey. Because they're so fucking rich in this show. 3.5 million per year. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's not the same fucking... That's just the NHL. Why did they show me the NHL salaries? The NHL isn't hockey. What? 125,000 a year. That's still a lot of money, to be fair. And the guys in question, at least one of the two mains is shown as like doing a lot of ads. How much does a professional hockey player? How much does a metro player hockey make? Good as the team he plays in. And I'm guessing like if you're really good, like because they're both captains and stuff, they're all captains at some point, so like they make more money because they're captains. I'm guessing. Minimum salary is a 650,000 USD. The star player can make as much as 12 million USD a season. Okay, so like it is in millions. Okay, and the guy was also shown to like make a bunch of ads and stuff. So with like really big brands. So it makes sense he was fucking rich as fuck. But like, yeah, they were all so rich. It was like wild. Like they show you that place and stuff and he's like, oh yeah, I bought a new house. And I'm like, okay, calm down. God, what the hell. But yeah. If you're turned off by rich people complaining about their lives, don't watch that show. But yeah. I gotta get back to working now, though. I did a sketch for... here we go. I did a sketch for the other background, but I'm a bit annoyed because I wanted to get more done today. And since I woke up so late, I kind of couldn't. There we go. I mean, I could have, I guess, but it's just not the best. I'm just a bit tired. Trying to put less bright stuff in the front of my screen, so I'm less like stark white. But it's hard because it's stark white stuff also. No. Fuck, wait. Here you go. Okay. Yeah. There you go. Okay. And here we go. Up. Up là. Da-da-dum. But yeah, I need to finish this one and then we can start the other one that I have done the sketch for, so it's all good. I'm starting to get FF14 stuff in sorry, on Twitter, and I'm like, oof. Oh no, they know. It took a while. This, I just want to send something first. I'm surprised I'm not getting as much, even though I type FF14 into Google at least 10 times per day. Yeah, but also you're not on. I feel like you're not on social media as much. I scroll so fucking much. The thing with Twitter specifically is you like one thing, then you're going to have rays of it. And I liked one FF14 thing earlier, and now it's going to be hell. I mean, in a good way, but you know. And I don't know how much Insta does that. Yeah, true, stay away from Twitter. Yeah, because with me it's mostly Twitter. You know. I have so much, like, it's why I get all the projects like it's why I get all the stuff. On my private Twitter. I had something just before stream that was like about I get so much lads as well. I said something just before stream that was about all the sprouts, so us and new players. And they were like, oh yeah, sprouts and everything. When it was like a little sketch of like all a party waiting for, not a party, but like a group like during a raid and stuff, waiting for someone to finish the the cinematic. And so I was like, that's really cute. But I'm like, I could never do that because I'm so fucking worried I'm going to annoy others. And like, also apparently some people still pull for the boss when that happens, sadly. But then everyone in the comments were like, oh yeah, when someone pulls for the boss while someone's watching a cinematic or something and they don't wait, what I harass them and I refuse to play, so that like they're like, oh, I don't want to lose my time. Well, you lost even more time now. I call them out in the chat and I'm like, nice. It's really cute. But yeah, I don't wanna. I do it with my NPCs or with people I know. I don't wanna do it. If not, I'm scared. I really bad people. Ugh. Need to be careful. I remember there's a light sources. But yeah, it's nice. I'm going to. I hope though that I don't fucking get spoiled though, because that could happen. But, yeah. I think it's so cute that they call new players sprouts because of the little icon we get for new players. That's really cute. Yeah, everyone in the comments also was like, we were all new players once, like, it was quite cute. But I got annoyed the other day because I was, I don't know if it's people from Claire Obscure that did that, or if it's a random fucking person on YouTube, because you can do your fucking like claims and claim for companies that you don't have. But I got a fucking claim for Lumiere from Claire Obscure, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you serious right now? So I took it out of the playlist and we'll see how it goes, but like, it's so stupid. I hope at some point I'll be less anxious about the raid and stuff. The other day I got like, I was a bit worried because like Ian was like, you should try PvP, we should try PvP, and then we didn't end up trying it because there was no one on the server, so no one wanted to play PvP, so we waited for like an hour for nothing. But it's okay, we were chatting and stuff, so it wasn't like an hour lost or whatever. We were doing our own stuff in the meantime. But waiting for Duty Finder. But I was like so worried, and she was like, no, because of how many people you are and stuff, like people don't care, like they will not see you, they will not care what you're doing. We could literally just stay in a corner and do nothing, and like no one would care. They're all doing their own stuff, and we're like 30-40 people per team, or like 25 people per team, and there's 4 teams and stuff, and I was like, oh, okay. That is less stressful than being the one tank that has to run to the enemy in front of everyone and be like, okay, I'm going. See you. See you in a minute, I'll be right back. Gotta go kill this. But on the other hand, I'm worried that like playing pretty much only with the NPCs and stuff is making me it's making me like worse at like whenever I'll play again with people, because of course I'm not going to be as careful if it's an NPC, because I'm like, I don't really care if the NPC dies. So like I'm not as careful with stuff, but like, so I'm like, fuck, I hope I'm not like becoming a worse tank. Especially because like there's abilities that I have that are like better if you're like in an actual like party, but if you're with NPCs they wouldn't work because they're like, oh well, they're not part of your party, so it doesn't work. And so I'm like, oh, I have to remember that these exist for when I play in a party again. got even more hyped as well because I was watching a stream and the person I was watching is an FF14 player and stuff, and at some point, and she was discovering stuff about the LoL lore, and so of course she did like a lot of parallels to FF14 because she was like, that's what I know. It was quite nice because like she talked about a few stuff and I was like, oh, I'm so excited for that. Like she was like, oh yeah, the base, like around Reborn, the backgrounds and like the regions aren't the prettiest and stuff, but like when you get to this arc and this arc, I feel like the regions are really pretty and like all the different places are really nice and stuff, and I was like, oh, exciting. I'm very excited to be done with Realm Reborn. That we can move on to Heaven's Sword? Yeah, afterwards Seventh Sword. Cause like they fucking like not taunted me, but like during the end cinematic, I was like, oh, is it Shadowbringer afterwards? Cause like they're like people bring others from the shadows. I was like, is this in Shadowbringer? And then I check, and Shadowbringer is in like three. It's like 3 extensions down. And I'm like, oh, there's like 4 different. There's 2 different stuff first before Shadowbringer. Why are you teasing me Shadowbringer now? What is happening? And I wonder if it's not just they didn't know it was going to be called Shadowbringer. It's like, oh, okay. Well, I guess. Going to try. I wanted to try to go today and buy a whiteboard, but I got up too late, so I didn't. Going to try to do that tomorrow, though. That'd be nice. It'll depend, because tomorrow I need to. I need to wait for my mom to be back, because I need to get out her wheelchair, so she can do like. I don't know what she needs to do, but so she can do her stuff. So I'll see how I feel tomorrow, because I could be too tired for that. So I'll see how I feel. learned also from TikTok, it is always a little jarring when I get news from my city on TikTok, because I'm like, why do you know I live here? I mean, obviously you do, but why? And why am I getting like my city's TikTok account on my TikTok? Leave me alone. But yeah, I got a few stuff about how now the entirety of like the main, like the city center is like cars aren't allowed there anymore now. There's still like underground parking and stuff, but like the actual area you can't go by car anymore. And on one hand, it's a good thing because, like, you know, less cars is always good. But on the other hand, I'm always like, it's not great for like specific part of the population, because there's some people that like cannot access the city center if they can't use their car. Either that be because they're disabled and like they need their car to be able to even get to the city center, and they can't like get all the way there. Or people that like are older and stuff. Like, it's important that they have access to all that. And the thing is, like, they're making more and more of the city car free, which is, like I said, good in some aspects, but in some others, I'm like, that's going to end up with people that live in the city center, like, not even being able to to go anywhere with their car if they have a car, or like have to put their car really, really, really fucking far from where they live, which is like not ideal. Because like everyone, because I saw like a bunch of like interviews and stuff, and everyone in the interviews were like, you know, as I asked like people walking by, and they were like, oh well, you know, it's good, like if tourists want to come like on the weekend, they can like bring their car, live it, and then just walk in the city center. I think that's better. And I'm like, yeah, what about people that live here that need their car? God. Because the thing is, like, it wouldn't be an issue, I think, if we had like really good parking systems that has like enough space and isn't too expensive and worked and everything correctly, and we don't, so that's the issue. Like, the whole city becoming car free also means like now, before when you parked in front of your house, as long as it was your place, like you lived there, so it's like, yeah, you're allowed to like park there for free. Now you have to pay, and there's less and less like free parking everywhere and stuff. And by less, I mean there's none. There's none nowhere now. Like, I wish a fully like car-free city and stuff would work, but then, yeah, wouldn't be ideal for so many people, and like wouldn't work because we don't have good enough, like, or the thing they seem to forget is like our public subway system is shit and has been shit for years now. It never fucking works, so that's already a thing. That's great. Like I said, the parking is shit. And also the entire town is like paved, so like this big pavement on the ground, which if you've ever been in a wheelchair or had to push a wheelchair, you would know it's not great for people that are in wheelchairs. So taking away from all these people the ability to, you know, come to the town with their car to be able to like go there and stuff is he's pretty much just begging for people that aren't able-bodied or fully able-bodied to be able to get out. The best example I have is one that I know, of course, which is like where I live, I can get to the city center just fine. It's around a 20-minute walk, so I just walk there. And if I'm really don't want to, I can take the subway. I prefer not to because, like I said, the subway is not reliable and hasn't been reliable for years now. I got very lucky that it started to get unreliable after I stopped going to school, but it's just not. And so I have the privilege to be able to just walk home. And when I used to work in the city center, except like I said, like when I was retired or whatever, I would walk home from work and go to work same by foot because I knew the time it takes and stuff. Now, my mother, who's in a wheelchair, if she wants to go to the city center, either someone has to take her, and if she goes, and that is a whole affair already, and if she goes alone, that will be like incredibly exhausting for her, and a lot of effort, and like not something she would be able to do like frequently ever. So a car permits her to actually go there and not like feel like she's going to die for the next week, you know, like be tired for an entire week or something. So, and there's like literally no alternatives, so yeah. And God knows my mother is not the only disabled people in the city, and not and that like many disabled people wouldn't even be able to like do all that all the path and stuff. So yeah. I mean, it's always the same thing, isn't it? It's like changing stuff that are good for accessibility without giving an... because like overall it's seen as better, without giving an actual alternative for people that needed those accessibility stuff. It's just making life worse for disabled people. And just deciding that like they shouldn't be allowed life in those spaces because they're like against a moral principle or something. Same with fucking plastic straws, same with cars, same with everything. I'm very excited to start Firmament later though. This week. Tomorrow? Tomorrow. I don't know at all what kind of vibe it's going to be. I think I had looked it up a little bit, just in general. But I don't remember now, so I'm very excited. It is very exciting. I'm going to be able to like think about stuff without me being like, no, this is too missed, like this is not what this game would do, it's not that convoluted. Because it would be that convoluted, because it's a fucking mist, people. God, I remember earlier, I saw this earlier, like there's a sale on so many puzzle games right now on Steam. Wait. Yeah, it's like Blueprints is on sale. I don't know what the game is. I won't play the Roaches Are Dead because fuck AI. But yeah, the Blueprints is on sale. Apollo Justice Trilogy is on sale. The Seance Black Manor is on sale. Ghost Trick is on sale. Ace Attorney Chronicles is on sale. Obradin is on sale. The Rise of the Golden Idol is on sale. The Drifter is on sale. What's that one? Broken Sword Reforged is on sale. Strange Horticulture. The Case of the Golden Idol is on sale. Call of Cthulhu is on sale. And I think there's even more from my specific like list that are on sale right now. And I was like, this is against me. You want me to spend money that I don't have. Why are you doing this to me? Whatever on sale. Dog Detective is on sale as well. I know I saw some other ones. Stray is also on sale, but that's not a puzzle game. Chance of Senna is on sale. Lorelei and the Laser Eyes is on sale. Call of the Sea. The Room 4 on sales. All of the other rooms are not on sale, but the Room 4 specifically is on sale. Animal Wells on sale. I think that's all they were. Yeah, as far as puzzle ones go. And I was like, God. So yeah, if you're looking into buying Anthony, Chronicles is 60% off, and Apple Justice Trilogy as well as 60% off, and Capcom constantly fucking puts the first trilogy also on sale. The only one that doesn't really go on sale right now is Investigation Games, because it's the latest, like it only came out last year. It's a bundle. The games are a lot older, but they revamped all of it. But yeah. And of course Ghost Trick. But God, yeah. because of all the stuff I've talked about the other day about lads, there's now lads players that are like, we should boycott, and it's very funny because I've seen similar thing with Genshin and like in general Hoyoverse players where they're like, we should boycott because of this stupid ass thing, and their boycott methods are always the same, which include not stopping to play the game. It's like, we should boycott this, but also continue to play that game that's like a game that you have to connect to every day. Because in their little heads, they separate like the game, like the characters of the game that they sim for with the people that make them. And so they're like, oh no, my little guy doesn't like deserve me not talking to him anymore. And of course the developers aren't dumb. If you don't come for a certain amount of days, or if you don't visit your character for like X or Y reason, the character will make a comment at you when you come back, being like, oh, where have you been? I missed you and stuff. All along those lines. So like, people are like, oh no, I can't like it's so funny the way they word this boycott stuff, these boycott posts, because it's like, don't play the game except if you have to. It's a dating sim. You never need to play that game. No one is forcing you to play that game. There's no incentive for you to play that game. You don't have to. Like, you won't die if you don't play for 2 weeks. Like, I promise you. You'll be perfectly fine. The issue is that you don't want to stop playing because you don't actually want to boycott. You just want to do a little temper tantrum. And I've seen also people say another thing, which is very true, I think, which is like, when what they predict to happen will not happen because it was never going to happen in the first place, aka having a male MC in lads, then they're going to be like, well, it's thanks to a boycott it didn't happen. Dude, it was never going to happen, but okay. So like, incest plot, we don't need to boycott, we actually need to cheer for that. But, ooh, the love interest could be bisexual? No. Boycott. It's so stupid, I swear to God. It reminds me I need to connect to lads after stream. I haven't done my dailies yet. Right now it's such a fucking like pain of a game. Because they have like 14 fucking events at the same time that are all kind of bad. So it's just kind of like waiting through it. Just waiting for it to be done. God. Because I think I'm being so obsessed, not so obsessed, but because I'm slightly obsessing, very chilly obsessing over FF14 right now, I think I'm like, my grip on lads is leaving. Project Sekai, it's staying. Project Sekai is staying in my brain, I think. But lads, it's leaving. Especially I haven't like, if I really wanted for it to come back, I have a bunch of cards I could listen / read. And I have the main story I should get back to, but I don't wanna. I mean, I kind of do because I'm curious, but also I don't wanna. It's one of those things like, I don't do it, but I want to do it. And when I'll do it, I'll be like, why haven't I done it before? It's always the same shit. hate this because I feel like it's too... Ugh, but I feel like that with a lot of things I'm rendering like this lately. I'm like, it feels not finished, but it is finished, and I don't like it, and it's pissing me off. And I feel like that with a few of the backgrounds. Because, like, I also did, like, a try for PNG the other day, and I finished rendering it, and I was like, this feels... I don't like... It feels not detailed enough. So now I just have a sketch I like, and then I've tried a few render stuff, and none of them are hitting how I want them to hit, so it's like a bit annoying. Anyways. This would be the background for Luke's one. Need to go get back the illustration so I can see. There we go. Honestly, I should just wait. Just go get the illustration real quick so I can like color pick because it'll be easier. God, so much has happened. It's been a while since I did that. Here it is, illustration. There you go. The same people, obviously, so I kind of need. Oof. Here we go.
What music is that? Oh, later thing. Tanisha's theme. Oopsie. Okay. Going to go to the bathroom real quick. BRB.
in the back.
see there was a middle tone. I thought there were only two tones, a shadow and a light. So I chose the light, but there was a middle tone. My bad. So now I need to redo the scale. That's fine. Hop là. Yep. Hi, Helene. How are you, Ibu? Have a nice day. You were changing the color of your character thing. Is that weird? Yes, I just handed in one of 2 dossiers to my exam. Very happy about it. Oh my god, GG! Yippee. Like, why is it red all of a sudden? I said hello a while ago? And I didn't see? That's so weird. So we. But GG, boo. You did great. Okay, not that long, no worries. Okay. Having full Discord and Twitch revamp at the moment. Yeah, I saw your Discord one. The new profile picture and everything, so cute. I wanted to comment on it and I forgot. Gotta do some revamps from time to time. Wink wink. That works. Okay. Up. Go. Up. So, we finished the Charlie background for the intro. That was mostly done, but I need to finish rendering it. And we finished, I mean, the sketch was already done, so I did the line art and render for the Luke intro background. So then we'll only need to do the Aspen intro background, and then we'll be done with the intros, and I'll be able to start doing the backgrounds for the dates and the encounters in game. That's nice. This is all, once again, this is a list of every single background I need to do. And I have done so far 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've done 7, but in this 7, 2 of them had like 2 or 3 variations of them. Both had 3 variations actually. So, you know. Yeah, and a bunch of them will have the variations as well. I don't know why my paper ends up always having like weird marks on them. I think it's just weird stuff. It's not greasy or anything, I don't really know what they are. Kind of look as if you'd put like wax or something on it. But yes. We have, just to do the list so that you know kind of like the mess that we're in. We have cafe, skate park, beach, artist alley, shopping street, gym, food market, top of a hill, cinema, the entrance and the actual cinema room, karaoke, the entrance and the actual room, town, in the woods, picnic spot, thrift shop, Ambrose apartment, main room, Ambrose apartment kitchen, arcade, concert hall, the entrance and concert hall, booth, restaurant, Aspen apartment, kitchen and living room, and yeah. And even for Ambrose and Aspen, I might just do like one for the room. I'll depend because I'll need to write the things first, but the scenes first. But I think I'll just do one room for everything. That'll be easier, like I did with Charlie, where you kind of like are in the entrance, but you are in the apartment like this. I'll do more like something like that. It's just like you're in the apartment. It's fine. Even if we move room, you're still here. Like the only one I did that was like another room from one apartment is the kitchen for MC's apartment, because we do have a whole scene in the kitchen, so that's a bit different. But yeah. So yeah, but it's going quite well. It's going quite long. I'm surprised that I managed to finish both of them today. I thought I would still have some rendering to do for the party, the Luke one, next time. So that's nice. I'll have to do a sketch for Friday. And then we'll be good. It's the background from... Wait. Yeah, no. Spoilers. But it's the background from the one that we already did for Aspen's intro. So I pretty much have the thing already sketched, so it won't be too hard. And same as with this one, I'll just be able to retake the colors, so it'll be fine. So yeah. Plan for the week. So tomorrow we start Firmament, as I said, off on Thursday as always. More art, so continuing this on Friday. Continuing Dispatch on Saturday, and co-working on Sunday. I'm going to go now. So thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. And I'll see you tomorrow for Firmament. Bye-bye.